Let me give you the textbook on how we think rightly about ethnicity. It's here. Right? Here's why. I'm not saying, hey, go read The Warmth of Other Suns. It's a great book. I think you should, but it ain't our foundation. I mean, I could just list for you right now all sorts of resources I love, but I want you in the book. And here's what I want you to pay attention to. Every time you see the word nation, your ears should perk up. Every time you see the word Gentile, your ears should perk up. Every time you see these phrases. When Jesus uses the illustration of Samaritans, I mean, that is so offensive. It is so offensive to his audience. Like, I'd have coached this brother not to touch that. I would have done to him what people have done to me. I'm like, Jesus, man, we're trying to build a movement here, bro. You can't be saying like the good Samaritan. Like, how would it land today? It was like, let me tell you the parable of the good socialist. How's that gonna play? You gonna stay at the church? You gonna email me a little something? Maybe you gonna wait for me in the parking lot? When you see these three terms, when you're reading the book, I'm trying to give you lenses by which to study your Bible. When you see the word nations, it's ethnos, it is people groups. When you see the word Gentile, you need to pay attention. That's addressing ethnicity. And ultimately, when you see the word Samaritan, I want you to see what Jesus is championing in the moment, how he's confronting the Jews. And then from there, from that being your foundation, I would just encourage you to seek out other things to read that'll stretch you. Man, I'm trying to get as broad as I can on things. And so, man, I am trying to read 2 or 3 books a year, not always African Americans, Latinos, Asians. Like I'm just trying to read from different perspectives and different. And here's what I'm going to tell you. The 2, 3, 4 books that I read a year that are in this kind of vein, and maybe some documentaries I watch, it is a rare thing for me to 100% agree with everything that's there. There is no skin tone in the universe that has just abject lockdown on the truth. That's why this is the foundation, because the color of your skin doesn't mean you're right. It means you might have a perspective that I don't understand, I need to dig into. So and here's where I'm coming from. Like the 2 men most responsible for my conservative theology are African bishops, Augustine and Athanasius. Like, nobody has shaped me quite like those 2 men have shaped me. They're African bishops. And so if I'm reading your stuff and you start talking to me about kind of rescuing evangelicalism from colonialism, I mean, I've just got some issues. Like, I need to understand what you're talking about. Like, what do you mean that evangelicalism has been, co-opted by whiteness? Maybe there's something there. I don't like it. But then here's what I do. When I read that and I don't understand what to make of it, I don't want to be quick to go, oh, this guy's a bigot. Oh, this guy's a Marxist. Oh, this guy's just, what I want to do is go, what is going on here? Because I don't like this. I don't understand it. And so what I want to do, I don't know if you're picking up that my default is passionate. I don't know if you're watching me and going, I bet you that guy meditates. I bet you that guy, when he feels something deeply, he just stops, centers himself, and then moves on from there. I'm not built like that. So when I come across something that I think's a lie, when I come across something that I think is damaging to the kingdom, when I come across something that I think is nonsensical, my impulse is never, let's meditate. But what I've had to discipline myself to do is not throw people in categories, but try to figure out what might be there. And few things have made as big a difference in my life as that simple movement. Don't throw them in this category yet. Now, listen, I'm going to be clear. Sometimes I've done the work and they have been in that category. And then it is what it is. But I've done everything I can to wring from that what might be true. This is learning